Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Erik and today we are watching episode 11 of season 4 of The Legend of Korra. We're closing in on the end and I'm really excited. It's like we're getting all our ducks in a row and we are getting ready for the final sprint towards the end. Last time we went with Lin, Opal and Bolin to save Sue and her family. Or the rest of Opal's family, I guess. Toph joined in and it was a great success. We managed to break everyone out, save everyone from Kuvira's clutches, including Zhu Li. I was right, Zhu Li did not abandon us. Zhu Li was on our side still, and she was working to sabotage Kuvira's fancy new weapon, her fancy railway gun or railroad gun, whatever you want to call it. We are now basically all reunited. Like all the good guys are in one place and all the bad guys are in the other place. My guess is that this episode will be like preparation, I don't know, coming up with a plan for how to fight or something to that effect, and preparing, doing everything we need to be ready, and then towards the end, I'm assuming that Kuvira will show up and it will end with like the showdown starting, basically. And then the next episode will be everyone against like the big fight, like armies and so on, with everyone getting a chance to shine on their side. Like Varric and Zhu Li will have a moment, and Mako and Bolin will have a moment, Asami will have like all of them will have their individual moments, and then in the final episode it will be down to Korra and Kuvira, and the ending of the season, you know, like the wrap up, so to speak. That's kind of what I'm expecting. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because this has been a fantastic journey so far. I've really enjoyed this show, because I was like, before I started this, I was hesitant. I must admit I was hesitant. Like, The Last Airbender was so fantastic, and people were saying like, and I know that's the case for most things. Like, I know what good reputation The Last Airbender has, and I've never heard the same for Legend of Korra, you know. Maybe I've been moving in the wrong circles or so, but like, it's not been mentioned in the same kind of way or like next to it or something. And so I was worried, but like, I think this show has done a really good job in filling the shoes left, walking in the Last Airbender's footsteps. Or I mean, it's been walking next to them, I guess, because it's done I think it's been a really good successor, is what I'm getting at. It's not the same, it's very different, but I like that about it. And in many cases, or in almost all cases, my expectations have been way blown out of the water, I think, as far as like the themes they address, as the animation and like the characters. So yeah, this has been a fantastic journey so far, and I cannot wait to see how it all ends. So let's get started with the episode 11 of 13 of season 4 of The Legend of Korra. As always though, I just want to mention the Patreon before we get started. On the Patreon, I am like way ahead of where this time slot is. Like Mondays and Thursdays are shorter, generally animated shows for me. So far, like, it's been The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. What's coming after The Legend of Korra is Gravity Falls. I should be like, I don't know how long the seasons are for that, but I should be like 15 episodes into that at this point over on Patreon. So yeah, check that out if you want to. It's also uncut, not edited down like here on YouTube. Links in the description down below. But with that said, let's go.
Bolin, Opal, and Lin rescued the Beifongs and Zhu Li from Kuvira.
Yes, they did.
Asami and Varric are creating flying mecha suits, but with Kuvira
all right,
in only 2 weeks, will they be ready?
And he refused to make spirit weapons for Raiko.
We stand on the precipice of history, and we've proven that no one can stand in our way.
This looks so fascist.
But our
This gives me such Nazi Germany vibes.
justice that must be corrected. As you all know, after the 100-year
Here it is.
stole Earth Empire land and formed the United Republic.
It's time to take it back.
Republic City will be ours.
All hail the great uniter!
Oh, ew. Oh, ew, I hate that. But I also love it.
After we claim victory, we can finally get married and rule our empire together.
You sure about that? I don't know. Don't think you want to share.
At this point, we've evacuated almost 18 families.
Only
Could be better, huh? Okay, dude.
I said it could be better.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
good. You're all here.
What's with you interrupting my important meetings all the time?
Sue, what are you? You're okay.
Saw her super spirit weapon up close. Like really close. Way too close.
Is she going to use it against Republic City?
Of course she will.
But I did overhear her plans to attack.
I knew she wouldn't stop at Zaofu.
My guess,
Of course she wouldn't. Why would she?
the only way she can transport that weapon.
Then we'll cut the rail lines.
I agree, but let's get as many
They're metal benders. Do you think that's gonna help? Is it time for the reunion? Erik and Zhu Li?
And guess who else we found? Ha!
Zhu Li.
Now, isn't
Aw.
there something you wanted to say?
I'm gonna cry.
When you were being taken away, I thought my only chance to save you was to join her. But every day I hoped for the chance to see
Don't screw this up, Erik, please.
Apology accepted. Now be a good assistant and man the assembly line.
No! I am not your assistant anymore.
Jesus. I was scared of that. Goddamn idiot, man.
Please find your evacuation handbooks and turn to subsection 1-26. There you will find initial instructions for your area. For example, if you live in northwest...
People are starting to call in. The switchboard is lighting up.
What's confusing? I'm giving very specific instructions.
Great. This is just what we need.
I got this.
Oh, do you actually?
But if we let that fear control us, none of us will ever be able to go to the bathroom, and then we all lose.
The people of
Yeah, he's good at this, actually.
to the nearest bus, train, or ferry station.
We're going to get you out of here, safe and sound.
That was really good.
This is our city, and it's going to need all the help it can get.
Yeah, only a coward flees his fate.
Yes, you go, Milo. But Pema, you need to go with Rohan.
Kuvira's going to rue the day she messed with Milo.
Yes, she will, dude. Oh, man. He does not need to get his tattoos for at least another 10 years. He's... Ooh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, businesses are shuttering. Battle lines are being drawn.
4 of us have been talking, and we want to take out Kuvira's spirit weapon before it gets too close to the city. We'll sneak behind enemy lines and disable the weapon. If it works, it'll
Yeah.
even the playing field.
But if you get caught...
It's a good idea.
Good luck.
We'll head out tonight.
For once, Raiko wasn't being in the way. Excuse me? How are we gonna fight that? Like the usual, like, mecha tanks or whatever they're called are pretty threatening. What the heck is that?
She's a week early.
This doesn't make sense. There aren't any train tracks this way. How are they transporting
They don't
that
need...
super weapon of-
Yeah, they don't need train tracks.
Apparently on a giant mecha suit.
I am confused as to how they solved bipedal walking.
Of course I didn't know!
No, and how was she keeping that a secret from people like Zhu Li, like everyone? I don't get that. That's a mystery to me, because this would require so many man-hours.
I know what happens next! We gotta get out of here now!
Yeah, I know too.
Should we go after them? They're going to warn Republic City.
Let them. No one can stop us.
Arrogant, huh? That's good for us.
Kuvira's army is only a few hours away.
No, they can't be. We're not ready.
And that spirit weapon of hers is attached to a giant mecha.
I thought the
It's over 25
troops
stories tall.
we saw earlier out in front of the city was Kuvira's army. But apparently that was United Forces. Woohoo. Yeah. Stuff's going down. No, I like Kai there. He looks like he belongs. I mean, next to Genora. Like they're the next generation. that's gonna lead the airbenders. Here it comes. I'm wondering how that thing even functions. Wow, it's close.
Kuvira, this is President Raiko. I order you to stand down. Turn your army around and leave.
You're in no position to give.
I was gonna say, do you think you have any authority over her? Ah, that's how it works. They have shells. One shot is one spent shell.
This is exactly why I didn't want to build that weapon.
Yeah, you have a point.
Do I have your order to engage?
You have 3 seconds or I wipe out your army.
Sink or swim moment, Raiko.
We surrender. Republic City is yours.
I'm not surrendering.
Get back to the city before she sees you.
Oh, good lord.
It's down to us now.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about that metal monster?
I had no idea they were even building it.
Which is outrageous.
Tar Jr. built it. He'll know how to take it down. I say we capture him and get him to talk.
That's gonna be really hard. Or is it?
We'll need a stealth team of airbenders to get in and out of Vitar's airship unnoticed. Tenzin, Boomy, Janora, Kai, let's get moving. Your farts are just too much of a wild card.
I can be quiet!
Oh, you silly person.
Is everyone ready?
On Tenzin with that uniform. I like that Boom is part of the crew. That's so awesome. That actually gets to me. I feel it like in the corner of my eye. I'm tearing up a bit. The fact that Boomy is here. That went way above what I thought it would. So extremely exceeded my expectations.
Once Kuvira finds out I'm missing, you're all done for. You won't hurt me.
Oh, I wouldn't count on it. Break one of his legs.
Let me talk to him.
You need someone who's a bit more ruthless. I don't know, who should we... Yeah, maybe Sue is a good option, actually. Although, I mean, Sue is his mom, so...
Is everything all right?
Just a minute, sir. I'm telling you, I looked everywhere.
Yeah, he's missing.
Why are you doing this? I know you set out to help better the world, but this is madness. How many people have to lose their lives before Kuvira is satisfied? I don't know what I did to her. But
No.
whatever it was...
Must have been something grievous.
I'm not going to physically hurt you if you don't talk. But there is something I can do that will be even more painful. I'm going to make it my life's mission to never let you see the one you love again. Is taking the city worth losing Kuvira forever?
Hey, that's a good approach.
Just leave the United Republic alone.
We're not gonna accept that though, because Kuvira can't be left in charge.
You told me you would send Batar over with your terms, and then he doesn't show.
What do you mean he didn't show?
According to your people, he's not on the airship.
Hey, she's gonna be so upset at this.
Are you injured?
I'm fine.
Is the Avatar there with you now?
Yes, everyone is.
I think you care more for Kuvira than Kuvira cares about you.
Radio signals coming from.
Yeah, nuke it. Nuke it out of orbit. It's not in orbit, but you know what I'm saying.
We have our empire. We have each other.
Let's go back home and get married.
She's not gonna accept that.
Together for the rest of our lives.
No, that's not what she cares about.
I love you, Batar.
Goodbye, forever.
Guys, she must have our location. She's pointing that weapon right at us.
No, she wouldn't.
Of course she would. She's fucking crazy. Oh no. The hummingbirds.
Keep the president safe. I'm going to check for survivors.
Yes, everyone is fine. Just the flying mecha suits are screwed. Okay, that was episode 11 of season 4 of The Legend of Korra. So, raise your hand if what Kuvira did there was not a surprise whatsoever. Oh good lord, she's not gonna stop at anything. Come on, dude. The good thing about this is, of course, that now Batar Jr. will be very much more inclined to help us, to point out any potential flaws. Like, we will have a way to combat that thing now, if she's willing to blow him up, just so she can get the avatar and... yeah. Well, basically just the avatar. That's the only one she cared about getting rid of, because the others are no threat, she doesn't think. I don't think she cares about Mako and Bolin and Tenzin and so on. So this was, yeah, I think this was pretty much what I expected. I enjoyed it, it was fun. But yeah, pretty much what I expected. I gotta say I'm disappointed in Varric. I don't know, man, it's just gonna take him a while, I guess. But that was a pretty sweet moment, them reuniting. Zhu Li. You're too good for him, actually. Like, Varric is brilliant, but he's not there yet. You know? Like, he needs to get out of his head and try to think of other people for a change. It was also quite moving that, like, when Korra called for her elite squad to infiltrate, elite squad of airbenders, it was Tenzin, Jinora, understandable, Boomy and Kai. Come on, little criminal, Kai and Boomy, the guy with all the stories, and like, yeah, that was really sweet. I have to say that the giant, that was a quality surprise, actually. I mean, the sheer size of it just seems so incredibly unlikely. But then again, I mean, it's animated and it's fantasy, so why not, you know? It's just just practically that thing, I don't think so, dude. I don't know if you've seen, but like the little videos from Boston Dynamics featuring their robots, it's taken them a long while to get to where they are now, and it's still very obvious the way they move. Like bipedal locomotion, like walking on two legs, it's difficult for machines. And the most unlikely, the most unrealistic part of it all is that Zhu Li had no idea. I mean, how much work must have gone into that thing? And the thing is, like, you can't have metal benders working on it to speed up the process, because if you have metal benders working on it, then it's vulnerable to metal benders. So you need to make it by like more traditional means, like with forging and so on. Maybe not forging, maybe like you can like pour, you can like make casts, like molds and cast, and like do it that way. But that's oh boy, that's a heck of a lot of work. I mean, there are parts of it that are works that you can metal bend, of course, like the controls and so on, but I don't think that the central, or like I don't think the exoskeleton, like the shell, I don't think that's going to be bendable. Or will it? I don't know. We're going to have to see. Because we saw like her in the, like up in the head, in like the control room, that she was pulling levers and stuff with metal bending. So there are parts of it. I think that's going to work to our advantage. Maybe the whole thing is metal bendable. I don't know. That would make it a lot easier. Then we just have to get up close to it, you know, and then we can sabotage it fairly easily. Like if you bend one of the legs off or something. Anyways, yeah, that was good fun. We're not going to get a big fight, is my main draw from this. That Raiko surrendered. Which, I mean, it's a smart thing to do. Like, as long as Kuvira has that super weapon, then there is no fighting against her, basically. We have to get rid of that first, and then we can put up a resistance. But getting rid of that giant is also going to get rid of Kuvira, basically, because she's going to be very closely tied to it. And if her army is leaderless, or like if you cut the head off the snake, then the problem is solved, I think, because like she rules with an iron fist, you know? So I'm expecting the next episode to be taking care of that. And we're going to have the moment where everyone gets to shine, because that's like the only option. Kuvira doesn't have a lot of like named lieutenants and stuff like Zahir did, and there's not multiple opponents like previously. It's Kuvira. She's like the only enemy. And now this giant and her army, but her army is largely faceless. There's no real personalities there. So everyone is going to have their moment to shine in trying to defeat this big metal monster. And then Korra is going to have her moment as the Avatar versus Kuvira. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Next episode, I'm going to see everyone kick ass, do their thing. Maybe Bolin can melt the thing. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, that's it for today. I thank you very, very much for joining me. I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, do take care of yourselves and peace out.